Hi children, how are you all? Hope you are doing well. So last time we read about Rini, and Rini and her father was making a what to do list for their kitchen, right? No, for their garden. So they prepared a what to do list. So Rini asked her father this week what we are going to do. Then what father told? We are going to the hardware shop, and I told what is the hardware shop? A hardware shop where we sell paints, nails and all those things. So then she asked why we need to go to a hardware shop to buy what? And the father said some plywood and nails. So plywood is a kind of soft wood. It's not much hard like the usual wood, okay? So, and nails. Then she was asking, we already have benches and tables in the garden, and why we need this plywood and nails now? So the father asked her, you just think, then you can understand. And he showed her a sketch. What is a sketch? A rough drawing. It's just look like a house, but it did not have any doors or windows. It only has a hole, round hole in the center. So she didn't get any idea. Again father told her to think. So let us see the balance part. What Rini understood, okay, from the sketch. What did she understand? So I am going to read. You just follow me. After me you just read. Then you will be familiar with the words. Let's see children. A house, said Rini, for really small creatures. Right, replied her dad. It's a bird house for sparrows. But they don't need houses, said Rini. They build nests. Well, they used to. But now in the cities, it's difficult for sparrows to find safe nesting places. Most of the old houses have given way to high buildings. The gardens are small with a few trees, so they have a difficult time. Will it help if we build a house? Asked Rini. I hope so, replied her dad. And so a small birdhouse was built and placed near the window ledge. Both Rini and her dad kept watch over the birdhouse, and a few months later they were rewarded. Quiet as mice, they watched a pair of sparrows busily bringing bits of straw and grass and entering the house through the round hole. A nest was being made. Rini felt happy. Soon there would be a family just like hers. Once more, a house, said Rini, for really small creatures. Right, replied her dad. It's a bird house for sparrows. But they don't need houses, said Rini. They build nests. Well, they used to. But now, in the cities, it's difficult for sparrows to find safe nesting places. Most of the old houses have given way to high buildings. The gardens are small with a few trees, so they have a difficult time. Will it help if we build the house? Asked Rini. I hope so, replied her dad. And so a small birdhouse was built and placed near the window ledge. Both Rini and her dad kept watch over the birdhouse, and a few months later they were rewarded. Quiet as mice, they watched a pair of sparrows busily bringing bits of straw and grass and entering the house through the round hole. A nest was being made. Rini felt happy. So there would be a family just like hers. So let me explain the lesson. So finally our Rini got an idea. What was that? Sketch. Sketch means rough drawing. A house for really small creatures. So you understood that the house is very small for really small creatures. What is the meaning of creatures? Living things like these small birds or mouse or something like that. But they don't need houses, said Rini. Then father told her, right. So this time Rini's answer is correct. It's a bird house for sparrows. For whom? This is if sparrow is a small bird, a very small bird, right? It's a bird house. So the sketch was a bird house. It's a bird house for whom? For sparrows. Sparrows are small birds, but they don't need houses. Then this is correct, right? Because all the birds know how to build their home, right? They don't need houses, certainly. They build a nest. So the bird's home is called nest. Well, they used to, yes, they used to do that. But now in the cities, it's difficult for sparrows to find safe nesting places. In the cities, you know the speciality of cities, right? Every time a lot of noise, vehicles and people are moving, rushing like anything. And we cannot see the old model houses like a big balcony and some pillars, okay, some places, some secret places and a heap roof. We cannot see all those things now. So now it's modern buildings, there is no space for any birds. So sparrows cannot make a nest, a safe nesting places. If they make also, when we clean the part, it may fall down. So they cannot find a safe nesting place. Nesting place means where they are making the nest. In which place they are making the nest, that is called a nesting place. Most of the old houses have given way to high buildings, means it's changed as to high buildings. The gardens are small with a few trees. Before that, there was no order for the garden. Whatever the trees or plants are growing in the garden, so our elders, means old people, they just kept like that. Nowadays it's not that. We are choosing the ornamental plants, right? Small plants, and it doesn't have any branch or anything to build a nest. So they have a difficult time. So it's not easy for them to build a nest. So we are supporting them by giving a bird's house. Will it help if we build the house? So again Rini got a doubt. Will it help them? I hope so, replied her dad. He didn't say yes, he said I hope so. And so a small bird house was built and placed near the window ledge. You know what is a window ledge? So just imagine this is a window and this place is the window ledge. We can call it as a window sill also, window sill. This is the window. This place is called the window ledge. Now, both Rini and her dad kept watch over the bird house. So it's happening. If you keep anything, okay, like a plant or any bird house or a doll house, daily you go and watch. Some people even they just take the plants out from the soil and watch whether the root came or not. Okay. So it's a kind of happiness, but you should not do like that. When you keep a plants in the soil, you just don't check that whether the root came or not. And a few months later, they were rewarded. So it took few months. After few months, they rewarded. Rewarded in the sense what? Got what they wanted. They were waiting for the sparrows, right? Rewarded means sparrows came there. Quiet as mice means very quiet, silent way. How the mice are coming to steal the food from our house. Are they making a lot of noise? Tuck, tuck, tuck. No, they are coming in a silent way like that. Quiet as mice, they watched a pair of sparrows. A pair means two. Pair of sparrows busily bringing bits of straw and grass. Straw means dried paddy grass, okay, and grass, and entering the house through the round hall. In the sketch, Rini saw that in the center there is no doors or windows. In the center there is a small round hall, right? A nest was being made. Yes, they brought straws and grass, dried grass, and they made a nest. Rini felt happy. Yes, but if you experienced this, you know that happiness. Okay, so I don't know how many of you got that a chance to experience that. At least one or two, those who are not staying in the city surely might have got this experience. I hope so. Soon there would be a family. Yes, they came, they built their nest, and soon they will get babies, and we can call that as a family, just like a hers. Yes, Rini also has a family, right? Her daddy, mommy, and the siblings. Sibling means brothers or sisters. So just like hers, even the sparrows are going to, they will become a family. Soon they will become a family. So this is the story. So first we learned we have to help our parents, and it's a kind of fun, and we have to help the birds and other animals also. When our lifestyle is changing, the nature is changing, so we have to show our concerns to other animals and birds also, right? This is what the story is telling. In the next session, I will share some interesting thing with you. That's about a lady. Okay, so you don't feel this is just a story. This kind of people actually live in this world. So I will introduce you one such lady. Okay, how she is doing the things for the birds. So it's a surprise. Just wait for that. Bye children. Have a nice day.